9 o'clock, I hereby call the Civil Service Commission meeting to order. I need an approval of the agenda.
I make the motion. I'm sorry.
Second,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Hello?
agendas.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Who's this?
Hey, how you doing? I was wondering, I want to pay a bill, but I don't have my bill with me.
Sir, you've called into a public meeting. If you'll call 563, what's the main line? 563-326-7711. They can assist you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, there was a first.
Well, see,
Good thing it wasn't an obscene call.
what, do we approve the minutes? I lost track of that.
Okay, so we had the approval of the agenda was Commissioner Thomas,
the
and then I
agenda,
heard
so we need
Commissioner
approval.
Pitchford.
Approval of the minutes? Did we do that?
No,
Okay. Second?
Rachel, second.
we haven't, anybody hasn't approved them yet.
I know it,
I
I
made the
know.
motion.
I need a motion for approval of the minutes. You did?
We're a little disjointed here. So you did the approval of the
Oh,
agenda
that's
was
pretty
Thomas and
funny.
Pitchford, and did we take the
Okay.
vote on that?
Second for the approving the minutes?
Let's do, is there a motion to approve the
I
minutes?
thought she did.
Okay, so Commissioner Pitchford, you did that?
She did, so second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
With a little interruption, the minutes are approved. Do we have any public comments? Anybody here, public business? Okay.
Nobody signed up today.
All right, new business, Civilian Crime Analysis Unit Supervisor.
Okay, so you've got me for a couple here. So for the first one, the Civilian Crime Analysis Unit Supervisor leads, manages, and directs the Crime Analysis Unit within the Police Department. The Crime Analysis Unit conducts complex crime analysis to support police operations, investigative strategies, and crime prevention initiatives. Provides strategic oversight of the unit. So this position will provide strategic oversight of the unit, manages crime analyst, and ensures the effective use of data-driven policing strategies. This role requires strong analytical experience, expertise, innovation, and collaboration with analysts, law enforcement personnel, and external partners. Responsibilities include integrating crime data, intelligence gathering, and predictive analytics to enhance public safety and improve operational efficiency. Moving on to the qualifications, this position must possess a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, computer science, statistics, research analysis, data science, or related field from an accredited college, and 5 years of experience in crime analysis, law enforcement analytics, or intelligence analysis, or an equivalent combination of that training or experience, of course. And they must also possess and maintain certified law enforcement analyst, which is CLIA, or equivalent crime analysis certification as approved by the police chief throughout the duration of employment.
So this
Any
is a new
questions?
position.
This is a supervisory position created for an already existing unit within the police department. So this will be,
Okay, so you already have one, but you want to have,
we've got two crime analysts in the position right now. Yes.
so this is an outside job. This is not to be filled by an officer.
This will be a promotional civilian position, yes.
So a police officer couldn't fill it, but they'd have
no.
to, or if they did, they'd have to resign.
They would have to retire, yes. They'd have to become a civilian. This will be a civilian.
Why?
But the work of this unit supports the law enforcement officers with the analysis of the data.
Why is it that way? Why couldn't an officer automatically step
Chief,
in?
you want to speak to that?
And let me speak to this a little bit too. So if you think about civil service, you have entry-level positions or you have promotional positions.
Right.
This is a promotional position. So any current employee could apply for it. This is more of a civilian position, so more focused on office type work. So if a current police officer had the skills and qualifications, they certainly could. It's probably unlikely. Is that fair, Chief? So this is more of the civilian path rather than the sworn path. But certainly a sworn police officer could apply if they were interested and were qualified.
Okay.
Any other questions on this particular position?
So in this position, somebody already doing it could be promoted.
Correct, yes. Absolutely.
So how many people do you need to supervise before you have a supervisor?
It varies. I think in this instance, and the experts can step in here, I think in this instance, this is also higher level work. So in addition to the supervisory duties, it's a higher level certification that they're looking for. So is that fair? Yep.
So this will be a department, so there will be an additional person in this department? Because you have two currently, and now you're having a supervisor. Or is it going to be one supervisor and one?
Why don't we
Regular
bring
employee.
Chief Bladel up to kind of walk through this with us?
Jeff Bladel, your police chief. So yes, currently in the unit, we have two crime analysts. We have a specific gun analyst and then a general crime analyst. The goal is to continue to provide these opportunities within the professional staff for a promotional level. This unit, being the crime analytics, is a direct report to administration, so it covers the entire department. The supervisor's responsibility is, one, a higher level of certifications through the International Association of Crime Analysts. Two, they'll be training new analysts as well as developing the processes for the data management. So in other words, this person is the one that develops our dashboards, develops, a lot of those things that actually help us with our data-driven real-time information. So thirdly, we have a third analyst that's not necessarily a department analyst, but we have a shared analyst from the National Guard that also takes that information for training from our systems as well. So this person will be involved with evaluations, involved with training, but we're looking to keep, this unit right now as at 2 with the opportunity to expand as well as a direct report to our administration.
So initially, it'll be one supervisor, one person, plus the National Guard person,
Yes,
though it is possible, because of need, there may be another regular analyst.
yes, sir. We always hope to expand.
Okay, so like the National Guard, I guess I didn't realize you coordinated with the National Guard.
So the National Guard analyst is actually directly related to our Fusion Center, which is the statewide intelligence system. And the National Guard works with the nexus of drug and narcotics. So it's a shared resource throughout the state. The National Guard actually implants a analyst that works directly with our tactical units as well as our crime analytics unit.
So specifically to Davenport,
Yes,
you don't share it with Bettendorf or Cedar Rapids or something?
nope, this one's assigned to Davenport.
Okay.
Excellent. Next one, ready? Okay, the Civilian Digital Forensic Unit Supervisor will provide management and technical oversight by planning, coordinating, and directing the Digital Forensics Unit of the Police Department. They analyze and assesses digital evidence by performing hardware, software, and virtual analysis of digital evidence in the laboratory and in the field. Processes and analyzes digital evidence, including disassembly of computer hardware, forensic imaging of digital media, examination of data related to criminal offenses, and recovery of data from cellular telephones. Interprets the results of findings to law enforcement officers/attorneys, prepares materials for presentation in court, appears as an expert witness, and performs other related duties as required. Moving forward to the qualifications, must possess a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university, including a minimum of 15 hours of credit or coursework in computer forensics, digital forensics, or closely related computer field, and 3 years of related work experience, or an equivalent combination of that training and experience. Must possess and maintain certified forensic computer examiner, CFCE, certification from the International Association of a Computer Investigative Specialist throughout duration of employment. And I do have the Identification Bureau Manager, Jessica Heising, here, if you do have specific questions related to this particular position. I can phone a friend.
This is again a new position.
This would be a promotional position within an already existing unit, exactly. Very similar to what we just discussed.
So the people that are already in the unit have all these qualifications?
I believe so.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
they sure do. Any questions related to
It just
that?
seems like, boy, you're having all of these new positions, basically. Is there really that much of a need for all these new positions and enough work to actually?
There's always enough work and there's always a need.
I think this speaks to the level of professionalism of our police department, that they aren't just being reactive, they're being proactive. This is something that's a valuable resource, I think, internally and throughout the community. So you're just seeing that under Chief Bladel, that they're developing their professional team to give resources to their sworn police officers.
So how big a department is this?
It is 2 people right now, I believe. There are 2 in the digital forensics unit.
And they work like the day shift, or they split up their time, or?
What are the specific hours?
They were day shift hours.
Day shift. You want?
So computer forensics is what does all of our digital
Yeah.
analysis. So we have, this is essentially 2 tiers. We have a technician that does a lot of the expertise with our phone analysis, but when we talk about the supervisor level, we have computer forensics, which does a lot of different higher certification levels. What we have now and what we found as we progress as a department is that we have a sworn officer in there now. We're trying to change this entire unit into a professional staff to get the sworn officers doing the sworn work, as well as the expertise and the very highly trained individuals to do the computer forensic pieces. So we're trying to make sure that this is a professional staffing area that, again, has that level of progression, has that level of, you know, they look at the Davenport Police Department. I, as a criminal justice major, know that I can either be a sworn, I can go a number of different criminal justice routes, that we have this need here, as well as availability here. And it requires a higher level of education that, and even training that, there's no way I can even figure that out. I mean, it's very technical. But we demand that from them, and that puts our sworn doing sworn stuff.
So there currently is an officer that's in this department. They will stay there, or they will go back?
They will be out of the unit. So ultimately, this started off with 2 sworn officers many, many years ago. And then as it progressed through the needs and the technical expertise it required, we grew into the professional staff piece, because it required a higher level of training, higher level of expertise with a specific thing. So our goal is to fully make this unit a professional staff unit with no sworn officers, and put the sworn officers doing the sworn work.
Okay, so it's like, again, about two people plus the supervisor at this point?
Yes.
Okay, and they're all on day shift. If you have a question and you're on second or third shift, they wait till?
No, there's an availability depending on what it is. So if we have a major case where we have digital evidence, they're on call. They come in and they deal with that. So we have the ability to bring them in and deal with that in real time.
Okay.
Commissioner Lee? Yeah.
I just had a curious question. So this position, just for example, would be looking into the child pornography
Yes.
cases that I keep reading about in the paper? Things
That's
like
one
that?
of the functions,
But
yes.
obviously, many other things.
Yeah, and I can just say, this day and age, everybody has something digital, and a lot of the crimes are moving towards digital. And if we don't have the expertise in this field, we're just gonna be way behind in the ability to investigate.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. So an update to minimum qualifications for lead police services generalist. Under general supervision, this position performs complex technical and clerical law enforcement support duties and provides certified interpretation and translation services in legal and law enforcement settings. Responsibilities include gathering, recording, maintaining, retrieving, and distributing law enforcement data and information, and interpreting during court proceedings, interviews, and investigations. The incumbent ensures that both records and communication are accurate, comprehensive, and compliant with federal, state, and local regulations. This role requires a full understanding of all applicable policies, procedures, and work methods associated with assigned duties. So just going under the qualifications, just want to highlight the red-lined updates to this. So high school diploma or GED equivalent, plus 3 years of diversified police records work, or an equivalent combination of business office training and experience, including 1 year of experience as a police services generalist, or an equivalent combination of training and experience which provides the knowledge, skills, and abilities necessary to perform the required work in this position. They must pass a background check as prescribed by the city, must possess a valid driver's license and maintain throughout the duration of their employment, must possess and maintain National Crime Information Center NCIC certification throughout the duration of employment, and they must possess and maintain court interpreter certification with the state of Iowa throughout the duration of employment.
What is court interpreter?
Being able to translate in court, different languages.
Really, this person is multilingual, huh?
I believe so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There currently is a person in this position?
There is, yes, or would be a promotional position within the police services generalist,
Oh,
which
okay.
is the records
You have
division.
police service generalist, and now you have a lead.
Correct.
So why a lead as opposed to a supervisor?
So let me jump in here quick here, because I'd worked a little bit on this as well. So the lead position is a current position, and it's currently filled. What we're doing is updating the qualifications to add these additional really the focus is that court interpreter certification, because there's a need in the department, and it's more than just being able to speak a different language. It's also being able to assist with interviewing suspects or witnesses and then testifying to it in court. It's a higher level certification in the state of Iowa, rather than just being bilingual is great, and she certainly is, but we're looking to add that qualification to her existing job description.
So what's the difference between you define between a lead and a supervisor?
So there is a supervisor as well. So this position is doing just higher level work, as well as requesting this interpretation certification, also training new police services generalists. So you have the frontline, we call them PSGs. You have the frontline PSGs, and then the lead, and then the supervisor who's over the unit. So higher level work, training, and guiding those frontline employees. Anything else to add to that, Chief? No? Okay.
So if they're just a generalist, not supervisor, who do they report to?
They report to, oh gosh, what's her title? Police Records Supervisor. Thank you, Sarah. Any other questions on that one?
Okay, I will now turn it over to Gina for the next one.
Hello, so next up, we have our Legal Projects Coordinator, which is a new position in our legal department. And as the title suggests, they will be coordinating projects along with processing open records requests. So if you go down towards the bottom of the page under qualifications, we're asking that this individual have an associate's degree in public administration, legal studies, library and information science, or a closely related field, and then also have 2 years of experience in records management, open records, so our Freedom of Information Act coordination, or a related administrative legal role, or we'd also take that equivalent. If you turn it over to the next page, they must also attend the Iowa Public Information Board training per Iowa code, or under Iowa code, and have their certification within 90 days, pass a background check, and have their driver's license, and we do have a residency requirement. And that is it for that position.
So this is through the attorneys?
For the attorney,
For
under the legal
attorneys,
department.
Not the police department?
You are correct. And if there's no other additional
And
questions?
I guess the other question is, now this is a new position again?
It is, yes. So we're looking to establish minimum qualifications since it is a new position. Okay,
Any other?
No?
I'll turn it over to Scott then.
Before we move on, yep, I would just ask for a vote of all items under new
We'll
business.
give I think the qualifications, especially the police jobs, are really high. So I'd like to see, like to see the backgrounds and everything, so I think that would be really high qualified individuals.
That's the goal.
Okay.
And I guess just for information, so it'd be easier to hire one of these than to hire another police officer?
So they're different positions. If you
Yes.
think about, so we're still on our path to, and focused on hiring new police officers. I think the challenge is that with police officers, they're trained to do sworn police officer work, so getting them these specialty trainings and keeping them in a specialty unit can be difficult. This is not a position you want to see turnover in. You want somebody dedicated to this work, certified in the work, and somebody who's going to be there with some longevity. Police officers could cycle in and out of there. That makes it difficult to get momentum to do the work.
Okay.
Any other questions? I do entertain a motion then to approve all the positions presented under new business.
I make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, they're all approved. Old business? None. Certification list.
Okay, so I'm back. Let's talk about police officers. So this last round that we just completed, we had 102 applicants in this particular round. Of those, 79 were qualified to move on in the testing process with us. 5 were not willing to relocate. The reason I even have that on there now is you probably didn't know that there is a Davenport, Florida, just south of the Walt Disney World complex. And over the years, we've consistently had people apply with us thinking that they're actually applying with Davenport, Florida. But as soon as I point out that there's 4 seasons up here, they say, oh, no, thanks. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. So I just have that on there as a statistic. Of the 79, 9 withdrew, 26 did not schedule testing, 12 did schedule but did not show, and 6 failed the physical ability testing. So that left us with 21 candidates who passed the physical ability testing and were invited to participate in the written exam. All 21 passed the written exam and were invited to participate in the background and polygraph investigation. 5 failed the background, 1 withdrew from the process, so that left us with 15. 15 passed and were invited to participate in the interview. 5 failed, interview. 10 candidates passed the interview, 5 failed the background, so 15 were in background, 5 failed the background. 10 candidates passed the interview, 1 withdrew from the process, so you have before you on the certification list 9 for your approval.
How many are you going to hire?
9.
9? This is an unusually large number.
20.
It is, I'm kind of excited about this number.
Yes.
Jerry, thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
Usually, Gina has the big numbers on her list, but I get, we're making some good progress. And I'm very thankful to the work of the HR team and the police department. It's a combined effort, and the foot's still on the gas. We're in a current process right now, so I'll be before you. I think the next certification list will be in March. So,
right.
yeah.
Good.
So, thank you, and then the stats. So now I'll turn it back over to Gina.
So the next list up to certify is our mechanic position, which is an entry-level position in our Fleet Division of Public Works. Our written exam was weighted at 100%. So again, minimum qualifications are high school diploma or GED equivalent. 1 year of training or experience in automotive repair. They do need to have a driver's license when they apply, and then obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 90 days, and then we have the rest of our qualifications. For this process, we had 8 candidates. 4 candidates were qualified and invited to participate in the written exam. 1 did not schedule, and 1 did score below 70%. That left us with 2 candidates who passed the written exam. 1 went through the background check. 1 is a current employee, so they already previously passed that background, and we have 2 on the list to be certified today. And then we have our stats.
So this is this was posted outside.
That is correct, yes. Next up is our park technician, which is an entry-level position in our Parks and Rec department, and we did have a 30-70 split for this one. So candidates need, again, a high school diploma or GED equivalent, training in one of the following areas, and then 2 years of experience in greenskeeping, gardening, turf maintenance, or general building maintenance, and then obtain their Iowa pesticide applicator certification within 6 months of hire, obtain their CDL permit with air brake endorsement within 30 days, and then again, obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 90 days. We did have 66 applicants. 36 were qualified and invited to the written exam. We did have 2 withdrew. 11 did not schedule, 2 did not show, and 3 did score below 70%. That left us with 18 candidates that passed the written exam, invited to the background check. 1 did fail that background check. So that left us with 14 that passed the background. However, 3, again, are current employees and previously passed that background, and all 17 were invited to the interview. But during that interview, 1 did withdraw, and we did have 2 score below 70%, so we do have 14 on the list to be certified today. And our stats.
So a current employee would have priority over an outside employee?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, if a supervisor knows their work experience, or if they're from an outside department, that supervisor could also call that, the other supervisor for reference, but it does not give them priority. They can hire anywhere off of that list. Next up, we have our sewer equipment operator. This is a promotional position in our sewer division at Public Works, and our written exam was weighted at 100%. For this, you do need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, 1 year of experience driving trucks, tractors, or other service vehicles, and 1 year of experience in sewer construction and repair, including heavy underground construction work. So they do need to have a Class B CDL since they are a current employee with air brake endorsement, and obtain their tanker endorsement within 90 days. And again, we have our background and residency requirements. So we had 5 applicants, 3 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 did score below 70%. So we do have 2 candidates on that list to be certified today. And then our stats. So we have another promotional position in our sewer division. This is our sewer maintenance worker. And again, the written exam was weighted at 100%. Again, high school diploma or GED equivalent, 1 year of experience as a general laborer. They do need their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement, and then obtain their tanker endorsement within 6 months of hire. We had 3 applicants. They were all qualified. However, 1 did not pass the written exam. So that left us with 2 candidates that are on the list to be certified today. Next up is our street equipment operator. It is a promotional position in our street division of Public Works. And we did have a practical for this, and it was weighted at 100%. Minimum qualifications, high school diploma or GED equivalent. And again, 1 year of experience driving trucks, tractors, or other service vehicles, have their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement, and obtain their tanker within 6 months. 12 candidates, they were all qualified and invited to the practical exam. 1 score below 70%. We had 11 candidates pass the practical exam. However, in the state of Iowa, civil service rules do state that we can only have 10 individuals placed on a promotional list. So it's in score order. So we have a list of 10 to be certified today. And our stats. Welder. It's an entry-level position. This position can either be at the water pollution control plant or in our fleet division of Public Works. And we did have a 30-70 split. Candidates do need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, have successful completion of a trade school training in the use of one of the welding, or I should say in one of those certifications. And then they do need 2 years of experience with welding. They do need to have the knowledge of the ASTM and the AISI standards for steel, aluminum, and stainless steel, and then actually have a driver's license when they apply, obtain their CDL permit with air brake endorsement within 30 days, and obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 90 days, and the remainder of our requirements.
So this person's welder could be in one of two different departments.
That is correct.
They are just hired and then they're moved, or they're moved back and forth.
So it depends on where our vacancy is at. So currently, it is at our water pollution control plant. However, if we did have a vacancy in our fleet division, we would go back to that list if it was still valid within that 1-year time frame, and we would reconsider those individuals that remain on the list.
For example, if the person was a welder, but the position was in the water pollution area and they didn't want it, they'd stay on the list and you'd hire somebody else.
No, so per rules, civil service rules, if it's an entry-level list, if you have an individual decline a job offer, they are actually removed from that list. If we repost, they can always reapply, but they would be removed.
Okay.
Okay? So we did have 49 applicants, 37 were qualified and invited to the written exam, 15 did not, schedule, 2 did not show, and 12 did score below 70%. That left us with 8 candidates passing the written exam and invited to the background check. 1 person did not pass that background. So that did leave us with 7 candidates who passed the background, invited to the interview, 1 withdrew, 2 did score below 70%, and that leaves us with 4 candidates on our list to be certified today. And our stats.
Now, generally, most of these lists are pretty much all kind of like white males. Like in the past, I know they made a real effort to get a diverse group. Is that less of an issue now, or that's just the way it worked out?
Unfortunately, that's the way with how this worked out. We did have females take, I know, the welder test as well, but I would say it's probably a primarily dominant position for males.
Any other questions or comments on the certification list? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve
I move to
7
approve.
different things on the
Sorry.
certification list.
I move to approve the list.
Accept a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So next meeting is Wednesday, December 10th. That's the Christmas party, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Nothing else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned until December 10th.